If you're going through divorce and you're also a small business owner, you're going to want to pay attention, because in this video, I'm going to talk about the top 4 ways that a divorce can ruin your small business. Hi, my name is Sean Palmer with the Palmer Law Firm. And in the course of doing the divorce, things are very stressful. You can lose a lot. We all know this. But it is almost even more so for a small business owner, because a business owner is putting their livelihood on the line, as well as all of their emotional and financial things. All things are being put on the line in a divorce with a small business owner. And small business owners daily go through problems, and they always need to know what are the issues and how they can deal with them so they can make up a plan, take action. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to give you some action steps along with some warnings so that you understand the possibilities and challenges of going through a divorce when you are a small business owner. So the first aspect that I want to talk about is the most obvious one, and that is asset division. Okay, your small business is an asset, and it will contain various different kinds of assets and liabilities, but depending on how they're going to be impacted by the divorce depends a lot on when you obtain the business. In the state of Texas, we have a principle called the inception of title rule, and what that means is that if you obtained anything prior to the marriage, it is separate property, but if you obtained it after the date of the marriage, it may become community property. Now, there are exceptions to that rule, of course. So, for example, if you purchased your business with separate property assets and you can trace that back to the origins of the money that were obtained prior to the marriage, you might be able to make claim that the business itself is separate property. And if it's separate property in Texas, it's not subject to division by the court. But there's a reverse idea to that too. If you did purchase the business with separate property funds, but didn't track that through, it could be considered so commingled with community property funds as to be inseparable, and then the small business would be part of the community division. So that's definitely something to be aware of. When you are obtaining the divorce, if like any other asset, it's going to have to be divided, and if it cannot be offset, let's say you want to keep the business, and you don't have any other funds to offset the value of the business to your spouse. Let's say your spouse is going to get a portion of that, and if you don't have the cash or other assets to offer in lieu of her or him taking the portion of the business, then the court could order you to sell the business, which is, of course, the worst scenario of all. Okay, so let's move on to the second way that a divorce can ruin your small business, and that's in the area of partnership. Now, a lot of small businesses are sole proprietors or closely held corporations, and they work as husband and wife teams. And if you suddenly found yourself in a divorce, that sort of tacit partnership goes away if you're not working together, and which is the most common thing to happen. So if the partner that you had, your spouse, is no longer in the game, you still have to conduct the business, and you might suddenly find yourself with all kinds of new responsibilities. And you're going to need to go out and get yourself some extra help if that is the case. Or if your spouse is not connected to the business at all, but you have a partnership with other individuals, your division of your portion of the business is going to impact the partnerships of everyone else in the corporation or in the small business, and so it's still going to affect the partnerships. So you're going to want to, even while the divorce is going on, formalize your partnership agreements and get those written down and established, because old agreements and things like that, when you're going through divorce, those just don't hold up anymore. All bets are off. So now the third way in which your business may be ruined by a divorce is in your reputation. Now, you might not be a Bill Gates or somebody in the limelight, but a lot of people have their businesses based on good moral values, community values, family values, and things of that nature. And divorces get around. And you might take a hit to your reputation in the community as the rumor mill flies and things go back and forth. That, will have an impact on your bottom line for your business. So you're going to want to get on top of that and control the flow of information and control the narrative. And the best way to do that is to make sure that your divorce is out of the public light as much as possible. If you go to court, all of that, of course, is on public record, and people can look at that if they really are interested in doing so. So it would be the best course of action, if you have some concern about your reputation being harmed through the divorce, that you would try to keep everything private as possible. That can be achieved by settlement. Instead of going through the courts, you settle the matters outside the court and keep things out of the public limelight. The fourth way that a divorce can ruin your business is through your own stress. Now, small business owners are already prone to a lot of the problems of high stress. Studies have shown that small business owners have high levels of stress. They are more prone for depression and other mental health problems, just as you go through things. But then a divorce is going to make things even worse. So you've got to make sure that you're keeping your mental health at the forefront. Your ability to stay focused, to be confident, to be able to make decisions, those are going to be more important than ever. And those are the things that get undermined a lot of times when you're going through divorce. So my advice is that you see a professional as soon as possible to help you with problems that come up, and don't wait until they do, because it's inevitable that stress will be put upon you, and you're going to need some coping mechanisms to do that as you go through this. If not for yourself, then for your business. So, again, your mind is your most valuable business asset. Make sure you keep it sharp, and make sure you keep it working for you and not against you. So divorce, yes, divorce can ruin a small business, but not necessarily. If you create a well-developed plan, if you anticipate what's coming up, and you execute on your plan, then just like any other challenges that come up in your small business, the divorce will be just another challenge that you are able to overcome. One of the best ways to do that is to work with a lawyer who's experienced in dealing with small business divisions in divorce. And you're going to want to make sure that you're well represented, that you're informed about what's going on, and that you're maintaining your reputation. And again, the best way to do that is to get outside help with that and get an experienced divorce lawyer. So there you are. If there's anything that we can help you with here at the Palmer Law Firm regarding this video or any other issue relating to divorce or family law issues, please don't hesitate to give us a call. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that you are able to maintain your good business and get through your personal divorce in the best way. Thank you.